and welcome back to Come Geek Some. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for all future content. So over the last couple of days, we've been seeing a lot of activity regarding Kitchener Comic Con, and a lot of people on KV who, for some unknown reason, they seem to be going after Kitchener Con. Well, they're going after him because they have invited VM back to the actual convention, and again, people, we've seen exactly what they're doing. They're literally just getting their panties all up in a bunch. But what we're going to take a look at today is for someone who has a very, very important role in Kitchener Con, and we're going to be looking at Side Eevee. So she posted this the other day, so I've been debating bringing this up for a long time, but considering there's still stuff going around, I feel like this needs to be said. Fighting through tears to post this. The cosplay community needs to take a hard look at itself in Ontario. Hashtag trigger warning. And what it is, they've posted a number of a long text instead, obviously, which ones you can't get in on Twitter, obviously. So we're going to take a little look at these now. Just before our 5th year event, we lost someone invaluable and irreplaceable to our team, Lee Michael Fox. After struggling silently with depression for several years, Lee lost his battle after being bullied into permanent silence. Lee was an incredible member of the cosplay community, preaching kindness, inclusivity, and worked diligently to resolve issues that came up. He was selfless, never asked anyone for help, and was always looking out for others. Why is this relevant? Because after Lee's time with us was cut short, we struggled to find a way to properly pay our respects. For someone who touched so many lives positively, it felt like there wasn't a way we could truly do his memory justice. We ultimately came up with a plan to dedicate our 5th year event to him, making a memorial area with guest book for those who knew him to share their memories with Lee. We provided VIP passes to Lee's entire family and invited all of them to the convention. We started at the Next Top Cosplayer cosplay contest because of Lee's passion for creativity. There was an entry fee which 80% of the pool would be paid to the grand winner. We were going to make the surprise announcement that the leftover amount would be donated, in Lee's memory, to the Canadian Mental Health Association. It was going to be a beautiful send-off to a team member that gave everything he had to the community and to our convention. But we weren't allowed that moment. Members of the Ontario cosplay community, including one prominent figure who has been directing members of KV of who to contact and attack for this year's convention, decided to misrepresent what happened in a volunteer meeting. Friends of this local ringleader posed as people eager to volunteer to our convention and instead attempted to incite the con owner into making some kind of statement they could exploit. 5 days before our convention, a Reddit thread began. The same Reddit thread you're seeing plastered at every corner of the internet by the same people who have attacked us for 3 years straight. Dozens of people came out for the opportunity to thrash, tear down and bash our convention and staff. Despite our convention and staff going above and beyond for a lot of the people involved in that thread multiple times for the sake of clout. The lies being told in a Reddit thread were debunked, but ignored by the same people who kept trying to assert a narrative that didn't exist. They claimed we had no harassment policy and directed our volunteers to do nothing, a blatant lie. A majority of our volunteers are minors, and none of our volunteers are licensed to be security guards. We are being demanded to put the responsibility of de-escalating dangerous situations on the shoulders of kids. We pointed out our existing harassment policy, which was copied from Anime North, was in place and we had to follow the policy as it mirrored City Halls. That wasn't good enough. The day of the convention, as the media coordinator at the time, it was my responsibility to handle all the media scrums, and I spent nearly 8 hours speaking to every single news outlet in the region about that Reddit thread. I didn't get to spend my time with Lee's family who came from out of town. I didn't get to spend my time with Lee's sister, who wore his cosplay to the convention, so Lee could be there with us. I couldn't spend my time grieving. No, I wasn't allowed. Because of a group of toxic, irresponsible cosplayers who don't support our convention, who don't attend our convention, who only want to see our convention staff get deleted from existence. I spent my day answering questions that they lied about. So when this year I hear that cosplayers are being physically threatened for supporting a convention, when I heard that guests and vendors are being attacked because the convention chose to invite who it did, I remember Lee. I remember how he was bullied into the ground, and I say no more. It's time to take a stand against people who do nothing but try to delete people from the face of the earth. It's time to step up against the systematic attacks against people who are just trying to enjoy themselves. I won't be gaslighted by a community that is self-destructive and insular, that say on one side of their mouth they want to see cosplayers be lifted up, Brian Connor, and out the other side threaten those same cosplayers with violence and blacklisting for wrongthink. Take a good hard look at who is doing the damage to these communities. Look at who is doing nothing but making claims with no evidence and fabricated and cultured claims. This is what's wrong with the actual thing now, guys. All of this is absolutely disgusting. But say, we do have one more. There's a reason these toxic people tell others to avoid going to the source. There's a reason these people refuse to engage in basic conflict resolution, and why they choose to continue to push the wheel along. It's time for the Ontario cosplay community to wake up to the absolute mess you all know it is, yet ignore because you fear for your safety. Stop giving the dangerous people power. Take back control of your own community. Don't let them attack, defame and bully the last spaces where you can be yourselves without needing to fear for your safety for stepping out of line. I've got the receipts, I've been showing them. What concrete, transparent proof have they showed you? Why do they only give you tailored evidence to clamber together a narrative that changes and exaggerates year over year? It's simple. Truth never changes. It's time for your community to change, not convention ownership that they don't like, because we won't break from them. And all of this, all I got to say is, it's absolutely fantastic what she has wrote here. Every single word is true. We have seen KV do this to a number of people all over the world even. And when you got people like that who are not even going to the convention, but they want to ruin people's lives, are these really victims? No. These are the people who actually make victims. This is the problem. And again, people just don't seem to realise. They're people who only see a few certain tweets or whatever. They believe everything that these people are saying because, again, as it is in these actual messages here, don't give them the power. Look up things for yourself. I implore you to do that, please. Don't be a sheep mentality. Don't think or don't say something because you think it's going to upset them. If it upsets them, it upsets them. But as they have said here, there's a reason these people refuse to engage in basic conflict resolution. Is because they have no actual real evidence to go against anyone. This is the problem. But I have said it before and I'll say it again. I am 100% behind KitchenerCon. And please, people, it's at the end of the month. If you live in the area, go see it. It's going to be a great weekend. You have a ton of great people there, and it's just going to be fun. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see all you wonderful people soon.